If you don't know what an even or odd function is, I highly recommend watching my previous video. In this video, we are going to determine if the following four functions are even, odd, or neither. Let's start with f of x equals x cubed minus 2x. Recall that when we want to determine if a function is even or odd, we have to show that f of negative x equals f of x, or f of negative x equals the negative of f of x respectively. So starting always with f of negative x, because we need f of negative x to show both even or odd, is always the right choice. So f of negative x equals negative x in parentheses cubed minus 2 times negative x. The first step was simple. We just plugged in negative x for x. Now negative x in parentheses cubed is equivalent to negative x cubed, and negative 2 times negative x is 2x, which we can write as the negative of x cubed minus 2x. And this is exactly the negative of f of x. We have shown that f of negative x equals the negative of f of x. In other words, we have shown that f of x equals x cubed minus 2x is an odd function. What about the next example? G of x equals x squared plus 3. Is this function even, odd, or neither? Again, we start with g of negative x and just plug in negative x for x. So we get g of negative x equals negative x in parentheses squared plus 3. Negative x in parentheses squared is equivalent to x squared. So we get x squared plus 3, which is exactly g of x. So we have shown that g of negative x equals g of x. Which means we have shown that g of x equals x squared plus 3 is an even function. What about the next example? H of x equals x cubed minus 2. How can we determine if this function is even, odd, or neither? We start with h of negative x, which is negative x in parentheses cubed minus 2. Negative x in parentheses cubed is equivalent to negative x cubed. So we get negative x cubed minus 2. We see that h of negative x is not equal to h of x. Which means the function h of x is not even. Let's determine if h of x is odd. To determine if h of x is odd, we have to find out what the negative of h of x is. to see if it's equivalent to f of negative x. The negative of h of x equals the negative of x cubed minus 2 which we can write as the negative of x cubed in parentheses plus 2, which is then negative x cubed plus 2. We see that h of negative x is not equal to the negative of h of x. So this function is not odd either. So this function is neither even nor odd. Let's look at the last example. I of x equals negative 3x plus 2. Is this function even, odd, or neither? I really encourage you to pause the video and try this on your own. I of negative x equals negative 3 times negative x plus 2. Negative 3 times negative x is 3x, so we get 3x plus 2. We see that I of negative x is not equal to I of x. Which means this is not an even function. Let's determine if this function is odd. The negative of I of x equals the negative of negative 3x plus 2. Recall when removing the parentheses and the negative sign in front of it, we change the sign in front of 3x, which then becomes 3x, and the sign in front of 2, which then becomes negative 2. So we get 3x minus 2. We see I of negative x is not equal to the negative of I of x. So this function is not odd either. Hence, this function is neither even nor odd. If you like my videos, like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and happy learning, everyone.